If you've been watching this series from the beginning, I'll bet that you've gathered that I really love women. I believe, like the Dalai Lama does, that you are our access point to healing on the planet, and when you are truly supported and educated in the ways that you uniquely and deeply need, anything is possible. That can unfold in so many ways. In your own family, your community, in your work, in your vision, large or small. It all starts with healing ourselves and watching the magic unfold. Mothers who are connected to their own value and beauty raise daughters who are connected to their inner beauty, and sons who know how to treat themselves and women with love and respect. Daughters connected to their inner beauty can teach their own mothers and even grandmothers and break the habit of codependence, unworthiness, and financial scarcity from generations past. Women connected to their inner beauty show up differently in relationship to men. We learn to love and honor our men while simultaneously loving and honoring ourselves. We put down our swords, as one of my favorite teachers, Alison Armstrong, says, which means that we own our projections and wounds and seek to heal the divide deepened by so many generations of pain. As we do so, our men have the opportunity to show up as their best selves and support us in ways that we do still need, even and especially as empowered women. So what if there was a roadmap that, once learned, could give you the immediate access day to day to your inner beauty? Tools that would help you overcome self-sabotage, guilt, shame, limiting beliefs, and feelings of unworthiness into love and acceptance for all parts of you. Would you want to see and even use this roadmap? Maybe take the journey with others? Well, I've got it. I'm Camille Macries, and I've been supporting women in becoming the fullest version of themselves for the past 6 years and becoming a master of my own transformation in my own life for another 14. I have helped hundreds of women around the world tap into their unique radiance, along with my posse of teachers and mentors in our School of Inner Beauty program. When you have these exact tools, mentorship, and sisterhood, you are able to transcend things that may have been holding you back for a lifetime in a matter of days, weeks, or months. And once you uncover these shadow and false versions of you, you will be able to step more fully into a woman of your own creation and feel alive, free, and capable of creating a life that you really love. To be able to look in the mirror and love the reflection you see, maybe for the first time in your life. Once you begin practicing the things that you've learned in this workshop so far, you can work through the challenges in life with more grace and ease, and life becomes a lot more fun and fulfilling. You might even take it a step further by joining the School of Inner Beauty. Here are just a few of the results that my students have had when stepping onto the path of releasing their true beauty inside of our school. They lost weight that wouldn't previously budge and physically felt lighter with more energy. This was certainly a big one for me. They had the courage to leave jobs that didn't pay well, were boring, or just not a good fit for who they were becoming, and began doing work that was a fuller expression of them. They got clear on their value, which led to charging more in their own businesses and learning to outsource the projects that weren't in their zone of genius. They developed clearer boundaries with family and spouses and freed up much more space for themselves and their own interests. They began taking better care of themselves, not as a form of punishment or restriction, but as an act of love for their beautiful bodies that simply wanted to support them. They developed supportive relationships with the other women in the group, and they let go of the toxic relationships that always seemed to want to pull them back down. So that is what this video is about. Are you ready to unlock your inner beauty, get off the path of dreaming about a better future, and actually start having it starting today? Now, I've helped hundreds of women become the most beautiful and radiant version of themselves, but when I first started out in my personal journey, I was in a dark place. I was a perfectionist workaholic who had no real sense of myself unless I was being validated by a good job, good grades, a man, or how skinny I was at the moment. Now I'm in a different place. I've created an amazing relationship with a man that I love. We have an amazing, spirited little boy. We live on an island paradise. I do work that is a full expression of who I really am. And most importantly, I love and am so proud of the woman that I have become. I overcame a life that was fraught with depression, loneliness, anxiety, and overwhelm. And it all started with the tools and practices that we teach in the School of Inner Beauty, along with a tribe of sisters and mentors by my side. So I have one last exercise for you to transform your relationship with other women. Are you ready? Think for a moment about the women who you know, who you secretly envy. The ones who have all the things that you really want, things that you feel are out of your reach. Now, we're going to turn this envy into a really potent portal for your own self-discovery. I'm going to use myself as an example. The women that I envy are typically much younger than me, who are already on their path, who didn't stumble around in the darkness for years before finding answers like I feel like I did. They are also amazing singers or dancers or musicians, things that I have never been known for in the past. In the past, I would have just stayed stuck in my envy, thinking that there was nothing much I could do about it but separate myself in some way from these women who I perceived as above or better than me. So now, after being in close community with so many women throughout the years, I know the truth, that I can use my envy as information to launch my own rockets of desire, like spiritual teacher Abraham Hicks suggests, and let my sisters rub off on and encourage me to develop the gifts that may be more innate to them, and I've allowed them in a similar way. Will it take courage for me to begin the dancing or singing classes or pick up a musical instrument? For sure. But that doesn't make it out of reach. And I now know it's something that I really want. My envy pointed me there. I'd love for you to practice this. Use this information that the women in your life provide you to light your own path and to launch your own rockets of desire and watch everything blossom. When I think of women transforming their envy and turning that into action inside of sisterhood, I think about one of my favorite students, Anne-Marie Fleet, who was 58 when she first joined the School of Inner Beauty. She was retired and had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis the year before. She perfectly demonstrates that any woman can make changes in her life no matter her age, her health, or her finances. Let's hear some of her story now.
I used to feel like I was dragging myself around with cement shoes on, and then I just had a couple cement blocks on both shoulders. I just felt that life was dragging me down. I felt like tumbleweed with a black cloud over my shoulder all the time, and I never really experienced happiness, and I just couldn't figure out why. I just was never happy.
But what about what's happened now since you've been in the school?
I've had several major breakthroughs, how to realign myself with my father, how to just accept the fact that he did the best he could, and I reconciled with him just a month before he died, and that was very cathartic to me. That in itself released a huge weight off of my heart, a huge weight. And then coaching, that was in the first round. And then in the second round, I was made aware of why I always questioned everything. And it was because of the things that my father did when I was a child, why I wasn't trusting, why I was always questioning, was because it was pointed out to me that my father had stolen my own truth as a child, which made me question everything as an adult. And I never could get past questioning so many things. I was on this hamster wheel going round and round and round, and it held me back from my own purpose.
Yeah.
And that was another major breakthrough for me.
Yeah.
And so in the second round, I became a coach myself.
What's happened?
that's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome to be able to help other women see what their purpose is, to help them through what's been bothering them, and teach them skills to be able to have their own breakthroughs, and just yahoo with them when it happens, because it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and in general, just having a community of women. Did you have that before?
No, no.
So what's it been like to have a community of sisters?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Even
because
though it is virtual, until now we're at the live event, but
yeah, it was virtual, but you know, when I met them, it was like I knew them always.
right, it didn't really change much.
No, because we did know each other. It was like we had communicated for so long that they were my sisters.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like any kind of awkward moments or any kind of feelings like, well, I don't really know this woman, I'm kind of shy with her. Or we all knew each other, because everything we experienced together, either on the phone calls or on the website. There was just so much camaraderie. There was no backbiting. There was no, I have to get ahead of her, or she has to get ahead of me. It was just a genuine sisterhood where we embraced each other's successes. We felt for each other when we weren't getting ahead, and we actually care for each other. It's something I've never experienced, because it's not like that where I live.
Yeah, totally.
I would say to any woman that's thinking about joining, and even if she isn't thinking about joining, but she comes to me and presents a problem, I would say you owe it to yourself. And you owe it to your family, if you have one, to do this. You'll never come upon this again anywhere, maybe for years. I've looked for something for 58 years, and I've never found this. I haven't found it anywhere. I only stumbled upon it by accident, and I thank God every single day. I think the universe intervened with me, and I thank the universe, I thank the Lord every single day, and I thank Camille every day. Because without her, without the school, without her foresight to think ahead and actually know that women were out there needing this type of work, I would still be home. I'd still have a block on each shoulder. I'd still be stumbling around with cement shoes and a big heavy heart.
One of the things that we focus on in the program is what Anne-Marie spoke to in this video. We inherit things from our parents during childhood that shapes us for better or for worse in our adult life. We're going to go deep into this in Lesson 8 of the school with Sarah Gustafson. I know for myself that focusing on this area is critically important, and that the transformation happens in layers like an onion until eventually you get to the core of your being, your truest and most beautiful self. What's amazing about the curriculum is that it works for women of any age, at any stage in their journey. These lessons are fundamental to being a woman, and even if you have already been doing your inner work for years, you will glean fresh insights and truth. Alternately, if this is the first time that you've focused on yourself in this way, you, like Anne-Marie, can experience yourself and your life radically different in just a few short months. I'm also reminded of School of Inner Beauty alumni Nicole Picarda, who joined SIB because I wanted to truly love myself. I wanted to be able to look in the mirror and see the beauty that I offer. I wanted to end my negative self-talk. I wanted to get in touch with my soul. This program is opening a whole new world for me. I am shedding the negativity and dropping those heavy burdens of self-doubt that I have lugged around. I now look in the mirror and I see a kind, happy, capable, and unique individual. I've learned that we hold the power, we hold the answers, and we have a choice. not the things that have happened to us in the past. I am now actively loving myself. I am starting to lead with my passions. I am trusting other people. I believe I am beautiful. Since joining SIB, life is fresh and once again full of possibilities. Once a hermit and now a lover of people. My relationships with my son, mother, aunt, and boyfriend have become deeper and more meaningful and pleasant without effort. I even feel like I look younger. There was a glow I didn't have before. My soul shines. I love every part of SIB, but if I had to choose one, it's the weekly calls. I love being in the moment of open communication and vulnerability. Sharing and being heard in an environment free from judgment is the most beautiful and powerful part of SIB. Sharing can break down the walls that we have so carefully constructed to house the pain and self-described imperfections. Sharing is empowering. The community is open, supportive, non-judgmental, fun, caring. It's more than just a group for me. The ladies and the teachers have become my sisters and my inspiration. I'm about to tell you all about the teachers and the curriculum that we will be covering in the next round of SIB, but before I do, I have to warn you. Because of the way that we designed each lesson to build upon the last, and the tuition includes participation in your own small group, registration will be only open for a short time. Then we will close the doors and start the class all together. Since you're watching this video, either you're new to the world of transformation and personal development and know that you could be more than what you are now, or you've been doing your own personal work for years and see that this community and mentorship will help you to move past some of the things still holding you back. So whether you are young, old, married, single, rich, not so rich, gay or straight, already relatively content with yourself or desperate to become somebody new, the School of Inner Beauty will help you to take your life and level of happiness, confidence, and freedom to a whole new level. So first off, when you join the School of Inner Beauty, you get 19 weeks of lessons, each from a different world-class teacher who have developed mastery in what she will be teaching you. Each Saturday morning, you will receive a pre-recorded 60-minute lesson in your inbox and will have the weekend in the first part of your week to dig into the material and do the accompanying homework. Then on the following Thursday night from 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific, we will hop on a live Q&A call with the teachers from that lesson where you can get your questions answered about the material. You will also meet with your small group once a week at a time that works for everyone's schedule. You are not required to participate in a small group, but we ask that you give it a try for a couple weeks before making up your mind. We know from experience that being accountable to the group and sharing yourself on these calls is the best way to make lasting change in your life. It is so healing to listen to the other women in the group sharing openly about their struggles and coming to find that we and our problems are not so unique to us. And then to get the immediate love, support, and encouragement that we may not have in our day-to-day life. Now, on to what you'll be learning from our amazing teachers each week. We have broken up this training into individual training modules where we will walk you through all of the steps to become the fullest version of you. In Module 1, Foundations for Inner Beauty, you will first gain clarity on what inner beauty means to you. You will then begin to understand a woman's unique cycles and needs, nutritional and otherwise, distinctly different from those of men, and powerful ways to love and nurture your physical body that don't include boring exercise routines that you hate. You will learn to love your body, even the perceived imperfections, as you discover that your body is a beautiful gift, not something to be constantly criticized or judged. In week 1, Building Your Extraordinary Life, Melanie Weinberger will help you get crystal clear on your life's mission, your core values, and your brightest vision for how it all comes together. It will really set the stage for your whole journey in the school. You will also learn a resiliency practice that will enable you to transform any obstacle in your way into a powerful and delightful opportunity. Melanie is fresh off an amazing European tour and a TED Talk and has taught these powerful practices inside Google, Rackspace, Johnson & Johnson, South by Southwest, and more. And we are so lucky to have this lesson and her insight to frame your entire journey in the school. In week 2, going deeper than diet, finding peace with food and your body, you will discover the real reason that you struggle with emotional eating and your body image, and how to start healing them for good with Faith Shevlin. Faith is a mind-body coach, holistic nutritionist, and spiritual and intuitive mentor, as well as the host of the podcast Imperfectly Healthy, where the psychology, science, and spirituality of health and wholeness meet. In week 3, you'll be with me, and we'll be talking about how to ditch fad diets for good and learn to eat for your unique body. In this lesson, you will learn how to nourish and balance your own body according to your unique nutritional needs, female cycles, environment, genetic strengths, and weaknesses to feel radiant and alive. In week 4, Embodied Feminine Living, Return to Your Natural Rhythm, Lauren Sheehan will teach you how to sync your life, career, and your family's rhythm with your body's cycles and the seasons of nature. Lauren is a dear friend and a beautiful example of a woman in tune with herself and with the cycles that flow through life. She is a mother, a wife, and the creator of several online courses and in-person classes and retreats on feminine embodiment, the menstrual cycle, and the art of feminine presence. In week 5, Feeling the Flow, Sacred Self-Care and Beauty Rituals with Diana Lane, you will dive deep into learning 3 easy-to-implement sacred self-care rituals that will help you to up-level your radiant frequency and enhance your overall vitality. In this lesson, we will start with some holistic health basics to build a foundation, breathe into some body-focused love, and then expand our skill set to add multifaceted techniques to our beauty ritual toolbox. Diana is a stress reduction specialist and holistic health expert with over 17 years of experience as a pre-med heart surgeon turned acupuncturist, herbalist, Reiki master, and meditation arts leader. In week 6, Powerful Practices for Movement and Meditation with Danielle Bryan, you will discover the tools to start creating a movement and meditation practice that fits your life and serves your mission. You will eliminate any boundaries that you've placed around yourself as it pertains to total mind-body health and empowering you to recognize your inner superpowers. Danielle is a personal trainer turned pro fitness model turned yogi turned meditation teacher who deeply understands the journey of going within ourselves to create magic and heal from pain. Module 2 is all about getting to the root of emotional and mental dis-ease. In this module, you will finally learn how to come into harmony with your mind and your emotions instead of feeling like they are always out to get you. You will discover how to train your mind and thoughts to support your vision and the purpose that you created in Module 1. You will discover how to process a wide range of emotions in a healthy way without judging your darker emotions as bad or thinking that you always need to feel happy to be okay. As you discover how to move these emotions, you will be amazed to find sabotaging yourself with addictive behaviors with food, compulsive shopping, or just being stuck in a loop of depression, anxiety, and overwhelm will become a thing of the past. In week 7, Master Your Mind, Heal Your Life with Katie McCarthy, you will learn the rules of the mind and the power of your subconscious mind to understand and heal old wounds and create the life that you've always wanted. Katie is not only my best friend, she is also a rapid transformation coach and a certified hypnotherapist who works with clients to instantly dissolve their most long-standing issues and change their lives forever. In week 8, Identifying and Healing Early Childhood Imprinting with Sarah Gustafson, you will gain an understanding of how our familial, sociocultural, and life experiences shape our subconscious perceptions and lead to disease, anxiety, and depression. You will explore the unconscious mind and learn how to transmute externally imprinted ideas into an authentic expression of your soul's sacred and divine blueprint. Sarah is absolutely amazing, and this lesson will be so revealing for you. She is a holistic CHEK practitioner, corrective exercise coach, nutritionist, and spiritual counselor who integrates a whole body approach to emotional and spiritual healing, physical wellness, and the provocation of radical transformation. In week 9, Taming the Inner Critic with Dr. Christina Bjorndal, You will discover how to identify distorted automatic thoughts, the solutions for them, as well as making unconscious commitments conscious so that you can begin to live the life that you were really meant to live. Dr. Chris is a board-certified naturopath, speaker, and author of Beyond the Label, 10 Steps to Improve Your Mental Health with Naturopathic Medicine, and shares how she overcame 30 years of bipolar disorder and multiple suicide attempts, and has now given her life to changing the conversation about mental illness. In week 10, How Your Biggest Crisis Reveals Your Greatest Gift, Dr. Debbie Silber will reveal how to find your greatest gift from the crisis that shook you up, woke you up, and had you reevaluating what you had been doing and how you had been living. Dr. Debbie is a transformational psychologist, author of the best-selling book, The Unshakable Woman, 4 Steps to Rebuilding Your Body, Mind, and Life After a Crisis, and is a contributor to many, many outlets, including the Huffington Post, Shape, Forbes, Today, Ladies Home Journal, MSN, Women's World, and Glamour, just to name a few. She is absolutely amazing. In Module 3, Stepping into Your Light and Power, you will discover or enhance your connection to something greater than yourself, whether you call it God, Goddess, the universe, or simply an understanding that you are in control and also not in complete control of your life. You will learn to tap more deeply into your own soul and allow these higher forces to direct your life so you aren't simply held hostage by your ego and your lower self. In week 11, Unleash Your Venus Power, Feminine Sexuality and Money, we will join my personal astrologer, Noah Lakshmi, to talk about the planet Venus in the sky, her connection to the true rise of the divine feminine, and how you can use this potent energy in your life. Noah is the author of Master Your Life with Love and is a highly sought-after speaker on the topic of women's empowerment, self-love, and astrology. In week 12, Feminine Spirituality, Compassion, and the Power of Inclusivity, we will be joined by my amazing mentor, Laura Swan, who you met in video 2. In this lesson, we will discover how to find our own unique and empowered spirituality that need not be a rejection of any other. Together in sisterhood, we will cultivate our spiritual confidence to be ourselves and have the opportunity to cultivate trust in our own inner truth to guide us, whatever that truth may be. Laura is a women's transformational coach and a passionate advocate of women's healing, leadership, and empowerment worldwide. She has been leading women's circles and programs since she was 16 years old and is the author of 3 books, Reclaim Your Power, Conscious Feminine Leadership for Our Time, and The Power of Circle. In week 13, Embrace Your Medicine, Woman, Lola Medicine Keeper will show us how plants, herbs, and animal guides and adventure travel can call our wild souls back home. Lola is a healing channel, an edge walker, a mystic mama, a plant lover, and the curator of the popular podcast and website Wild Playground. Through herbal medicine, sacred ceremonies, playful rituals, and international adventures, Lola helps you let go of the patterns and habits that hold you back. In week 14, using the magic of crystals for receiving and expansion, we'll be joined by Elizabeth Losi, PhD, to examine how crystals can be our guides and allies by addressing how our bodies come into resonance with these crystalline energies. Elizabeth is an award-winning teacher, mentor, author, oracle, and contributing author to the international best-selling book, The Power of Being a Woman. In week 15, Divination Rituals to Connect to the Brightest, Biggest You, Jolie Dawn will share practical tools of connecting to the divine you and the divine universe to access your inner power, creative capacity, and self-love. Jolie is an intuitive coach, writer for Entrepreneur Magazine, and the best-selling author of Empowered, Sexy, and Free series and The Spiritual Journey of Entrepreneurship. She runs Prosperity Queendom, an online training platform for spiritual entrepreneurs. In Module 4, Integrating Your Beauty in the World, we have 4 lessons to support you in bringing everything that you've learned in the first 4 modules into your relationships and service in the world and cultivating your purpose and your value. In week 16, Motherhood's Not for Punks, Patrina Wisdom will share powerful tools for self-mastery, mindful mothering, and creating a balance in your life that will allow you to have it all. Patrina is absolutely amazing. After losing her husband to suicide in 2009 and discovering that she was pregnant with her 4th child on the very same day, Patrina took her personal story and decades of experience as an entrepreneur and business leader and began the process of recreating her own life. She has made it her mission to lead, inspire, and empower other women to live their best life. She is a best-selling author, speaker, mentor, and creator of the Badass Bodacious Life movement. In week 17, Embodying Peace and Knowing Your Value, Julia Mick will show you how to start creating your work and relationships from the place of knowing what you are truly worth. You will finally stop sabotaging your success, start charging more, set clear boundaries, and become a magnet for much more satisfying opportunities in your life. Julia is an internationally renowned healer, teacher, and founder of the Breath of Love work who has spent the past 16 years working with thousands of people worldwide. In week 18, How to Reclaim Your Ancestral Heritage to Feel Comfortable in Your Own Skin, Hilary Bromberg will weave together insights from evolutionary psychology, cultural anthropology, and cognitive neuroscience and teach you how to tap into your ancestral heritage to feel comfortable with your own body. Hilary was trained as a cognitive neuroscientist at MIT and Harvard. She runs EGG, a sustainable branding and communication firm, and is the founder of Barefoot Provisions, a consciously curated online store for paleo foodies. Her first book, A New You, is a feminist dystopia. She is currently working on her second book, Wake the F Up, before it's too late. In our finale, week 19, Own Your Beauty to Discover Your Destiny, Reverend Natalie Vale will guide you to discover your destiny according to the ancient science of Feng Shui astrology through the 9-star Kai, and learn how to nourish your own inner beauty so that you can remember your truth and your full purpose. Natalie is one of my amazing intuitive coaches. She is also a licensed acupuncturist, doctor of Asian medicine, an ordained minister, a high priestess, a Celtic shaman, a certified psychic medium, Feng Shui expert, and a birthing doula. So there you have it, all 19 amazingly powerful teachers and lessons that we will be digging into in this round of the School of Inner Beauty. You may be thinking, wow, this is a lot of material, and it is. Lucky for you, after the program is over, you still have access, so you'll be able to go back over that material at your own leisure. You'll find that the ability to review the material as often as you like at your own convenience is simply priceless. In addition to these amazing weekly lessons that include specific action steps to integrate the lessons into your own life, you will also get to ask your questions directly to that week's teacher on the Q&A calls inside of our private Facebook group. With these amazing world-class teachers and your tribe of sisters for support, you'll be given all of the keys to unlock the doors to your most radiant, authentic, and empowered self. A woman who knows and stands in her value and radiates a deep sense of peace, belonging, and true freedom to be exactly who she wants to be. The bottom line is that we're going to cover a lot of ground in the next 4.5 months, and you're going to come out the other end experiencing yourself in a completely new way.
So my name is Carrie, and I'm 32 years old. I live in Los Angeles, and I'm a registered nurse, and I have my own business as a holistic health coach. Yeah, if you're ready to make a commitment and you're ready to change your life in the most beautiful way, I just invite you to choose this. It's really changed my life in the most beautiful, gentle way, and it hasn't always been a walk in the park. There's been some work and some things that I've moved through, but I'm just like vibrating at this higher level. And the other amazing thing is just the connections that you make with other people. And I've found that the friends that I already had, I'm able to have a deeper connection with some of them, and I'm attracting amazing people into my life and amazing experiences into my life, and it really started with the School of Inner Beauty. Like people that have met me since October, like I explain like what I was like before, and it's like I'm a different person. And you know, I'm still the same Carrie, but you know, my interests, my awareness, my consciousness is just so different.
So by now you're probably thinking that I've put together a pretty amazing offer. I thought long and hard about how I could make this offer even better, and I came up with not one, not two, but 3 amazing bonuses. Each of these bonuses would easily be worth more than the cost of the entire program. Bonus 1 is called Beauty at Any Age, and in it you will learn secrets to aging gracefully, body, mind, and spirit with a 2-part lesson. In part 1, you will do a deep dive with Sherry Kalbaum, who is the author of 35 books on nutrition and juicing, and is the recipient of the Truth About Cancer Lifetime Achievement Award. In part 2, I gather 4 of your teachers to share their sage wisdom on aging gracefully, along with practical steps that you can take to immediately feel young, radiant, and alive. The panel will happen inside of our private Facebook group, so you will be able to ask the panel your own burning questions on aging. Bonuses 2 and 3 are all about helping you get connected to the tribe of uplifting women who have your back through the entire course, so that you can move through the things that will come up for you with grace and ease. Bonus 2 is access to the private Facebook group, where you will have 24/7 access to your tribe of sisters to share your heart and get the love and support that you need as you are moving through your transformation. In previous rounds of the school, the students agreed that having this group was among the most unexpectedly valuable parts of the whole program. And if I were going to just offer this private Facebook group on its own, it would be about $100 a month for the 5 months. Bonus 3 is my personal favorite. For 16 of the 19 weeks of the program, you will have the opportunity to take part in a small group sisterhood circle with 6 to 10 other women who you will share your journey through the SIB with. I've never sold the sisterhood circles to the general public before, but when I do, it will likely be at least $1,000 all on its own. And you will get the sisterhood circle for free when you join. Last, but certainly not least, we are rolling out a very special brand new program inside of the school that we have never offered before. The School of Inner Beauty Facilitators Certification Program. This School of Inner Beauty add-on is for the women who consider themselves to be intermediate or advanced on their path of transformation and want more training and to build their confidence leading their own women's circles or small group coaching programs. This is also the first step to one day teaching in the School of Inner Beauty yourself. A good fit for the facilitators program is a woman who has been doing her own spiritual and transformational work for 3+ years, or has some experience coaching, facilitating, or leading women. This program is facilitated by myself and my personal mentor, Laura Swan, who has been leading women's circles or training facilitators for almost 20 years. The School of Inner Beauty Facilitators Training Program is definitely for you if you feel a deep calling to help change the world, but you know that you must also heal and change yourself along the way, and sometimes it's hard to know where to start. You want to continue to build your confidence as a leader, speaker, teacher, or coach, and have more tools and processes that will help you to support transformation in others. You are ready to claim your voice, your confidence, and your wisdom as a leader, and let go of any fears that have held you back from reaching the next level. You are a woman with a story to share, who has lived through the darkness and the light, and you have a heart that wants to serve and give back with what you have learned. This is a 19-week commitment inside of the program, and it includes 3 weeks of pre-circle training, 13 weeks of facilitator training and lessons with Laura, 16 weeks of office hours with Laura and I, where you will get hands-on coaching and support in the leading of your group, and of course, your own small group of 6 to 10 women to support for their 16-week journey. So when you join now, you will also get these 2 amazing bonuses that Laura has so generously offered. The Lead from Love self-study course valued at $500 and the Lead Your Own Women's Circle self-study course valued at $200. Let's hear what Heidi Martin from Boston had to say about the Lead from Love course. Lead from Love was a truly transformational experience. It enabled me to believe in the importance of my own truth, trust in my own creativity, and trust in my own power. My fears only hold me back, and I need to live from love and not fear. I now know that bringing light to the world is more important than any fears I may possess, that women need to hear and see my message. It's time for me to speak my truth to the world. Thank you, Laura. At the end of the program, you will receive a certificate from the School of Inner Beauty Facilitators Training Program to support your journey in leading women in the world. So if you add up the value of just those last 3 bonuses, well, you're already at $1,500 for just the main program and another $700 for the facilitators training. You are also getting 2 hours of training and question answering with each of the 19 teachers, or 38 hours of their time. If you were to do your own sessions with any of them, it would cost you between $175 and $1,000 an hour. So by now, you're probably wondering what the cost for the School of Inner Beauty will be. Your investment in the School of Inner Beauty is just $11.97, or 6 payments of $197 if you use the easy payment option. If you choose the facilitators track, your investment in both programs is just $16.97, or just 6 easy payments of $279. We are running an early bird special of $200 off either of the full price options when you join in the next 48 hours. Remember, if you want to become the most beautiful, radiant, and alive version of you, then you have to take new actions, learn new practices and tools, and surround yourself with new kinds of women than you may be surrounding yourself with now. As my pal and super smart dude Albert Einstein says, and I'm paraphrasing here, insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So if you want to experience yourself and your life in a new and improved way, you will need to take new actions to achieve those results. If you will, take a moment to close your eyes and imagine what your life could look like 6 months from now if you had access to the lessons and the tribe of sisters inside of the School of Inner Beauty. It could look something like this. You wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and are deeply pleased with the reflection looking back at you, bedhead, wrinkles, and all. You are able to speak your mind and your heart without fear or judgment of criticism from others. You are able to ask for what you need from others without reservation or shame. You take action in the direction that lights you up and let go of the activities that drain your energy. You have a deep feeling of belonging. You have women to connect with at a heart level, to be a sounding board or simply ears to hear you without judgment. You can plan for your future but not get stuck in it because you have tapped into the ability to be present in the here and now. All of this and so much more is waiting for you when you join us in the School of Inner Beauty. So go ahead and click the button below the video and join me and your sisters who have already made the commitment. And if you really want to supercharge your own growth and development over the next 5 months and bring transformation to women in your own community, join Laura and I in the School of Inner Beauty Facilitators Training Program.
So my name is Katie Weiler. I'm 23 years old and I live in Des Moines, Iowa.
What do you do?
I'm a full-time life coach.
I'm Vanessa Hyde, and I'm also from Des Moines, Iowa. I am 22 years old. I work in a perinatal center. I'm a sonographer. I work with pregnant women, and I do life coaching for School of Inner Beauty.
I would say it's an amazing place wherever you are in your personal development journey, whether you're sitting here thinking, I have no idea what these women are talking about. or if you're like, I know exactly what these women are talking about, whatever side of that spectrum that you're on, this is a good place for you to be in.
Yes. If women are watching this or feeling or thinking that like, oh, I'm afraid or I can't afford it, or any of these doubts or fears that they have in their minds like I did, if you're feeling called and pulled to do it, and if you want a place where you can finally release yourself and just free yourself from your patterns, from fears that you have, even joining the program alone, if you're feeling called to do that, I would honor that. I would just honor what you're feeling and take that step for yourself and do a service to yourself and to everybody else that you're going to touch, when you can learn to find that inner woman and learn to be radiant and shine and give your gift whatever form that comes in. And this is a beautiful start to doing that, and it's just a beautiful way to really get in touch with yourself.
I would also say that if you're watching this video, it's because something has called you here, and there's a purpose that you're seeing this and that you're watching it, and just learning to trust and just surrender to that and that calling that you feel on the inside, whatever beliefs that you're telling yourself about why you might not want to join, just let it surrender, and you know that you're watching this for a reason and you were brought to this for a reason. So this is a perfect place for you. Come join us.
Do it!
If you're ready to become a woman who loves what she sees when she looks in the mirror, a woman with passion, purpose, and full acceptance of who she is, a woman who knows and radiates her true value, then your next step is to click the order button below and get registered in the School of Inner Beauty. You have a full 30 days to see if the school is right for you, and if you determine that it isn't, just let us know and we'll gladly refund your money. No hassles, no hard feelings. One last thing, I am not some inner beauty magician. I just stumbled onto a discovery more than 6 years ago that has become the School of Inner Beauty and changed my own life as well as hundreds of women around the world. Since then, I have continually worked on it, refining, adding to it, and perfecting it. So if you're ready to finally let go of the things that hold you back in life and get onto the path of unlocking your fullest potential, radiance, and inner beauty, then your next step is to click the order button below and get registered for the School of Inner Beauty. And if you're really on fire and meet the basic requirements, join the Facilitators Program and watch your own transformation soar while you give your gifts to the women in the School of Inner Beauty. As we part today, I am reminded by one of my favorite quotes by Marianne Williamson. It has been a guiding light on my personal journey, and I hope it will inspire you to take the plunge into the School of Inner Beauty. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, just as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Now is your time. It is time to step up. There has never been a better time, but you have to act now because registration is closing soon. Now is the time to act. Enroll in the School of Inner Beauty and say yes to you, your dreams, your highest calling, and your true beauty, your light. Click the button now below to join me. This is your time, and the teachers and I are here to serve you in moving through your inner barriers to become the woman of your wildest dreams.
I would say to any woman that's thinking about joining, and even if she isn't thinking about joining, but she comes to me and presents a problem, I would say you owe it to yourself. And you owe it to your family. if you have one, to do this. You'll never come upon this again anywhere, maybe for years. I've looked for something for 58 years and I've never found this. I haven't found it anywhere. I only stumbled upon it by accident, and I thank God every single day. I think the universe intervened with me, and I thank the universe, I thank the Lord every single day, and I thank Camille every day. Because without her, without the school, without her foresight to think ahead and actually know that women were out there needing this type of work, I would still be home. I'd still have a block on each shoulder. I'd still be stumbling around with cement shoes and a big heavy heart.
You have a big decision to make, and I can't make it for you. The only thing I can do is tell you that the School of Inner Beauty works. It has worked for me, and it has worked for hundreds of women around the world. Click the button now, and I will see you inside.